Crack today's puzzle in seconds. 4 word groups, 1 tricky category, and 1 word that throws everyone off. Ready to see how today's Connections puzzle breaks down? This game, number 785, was a mix of straightforward logic and clever wordplay. You'll see how to break each group down quickly, starting with the easiest, working up to the hardest. Let's jump into the full solution. Understanding the 4x4 word grid. Each Connections puzzle presents 16 words in a 4x4 grid. Your task: divide them into 4 groups of 4. Every group shares a unique theme, with difficulty levels ranging from yellow, easiest, to purple, hardest. Today's puzzle plays on biology, trees, cultural references, and phonetics. Solving it comes down to pattern recognition and knowing when a word fits into more than one category, which is where many players get stuck. Yellow group. Creepy crawlies identified early. Let's start with the easiest one, the yellow group. For small insects or arthropods jumped right out: aphid, beetle, mite, and tick. If you're even slightly familiar with garden pests or bugs, these were easy to spot. Aphid is a common plant feeder. Beetle covers thousands of species. Mite often hides in dust or skin, and tick is a well-known bloodsucker. Together, they form a very clear entomology-related group. Starting with these builds confidence and clears the visual field of obvious answers. Green group. Trees that stand tall. The green group featured 4 trees: beech, cedar, pine, and YW. This one was slightly less obvious in the bug group, especially with YW being the least commonly known in casual conversation. Still, if you got a background in gardening, hiking, or even Christmas decorations, you'll recognize these. YW often appears in graveyards or ornamental landscaping. Pine is everywhere in American forests. Beech and cedar are both common tree species in North America. Once you spot the arboreal link, the group falls together cleanly. Blue group. The letter game. Underscore is for pattern. Now we're heading into trickier territory. The blue group plays off the classic pattern. A is 4 ____. The 4 words in this category were apple, cookie, effort, and vendetta. What do these have in common? Each one appears in familiar sayings or phrases, especially from pop culture or educational settings. Think of A is for apple from alphabet books. C is for cookie is a nod to Sesame Street's Cookie Monster. E is for effort, appears in school posters or motivational sayings. V is for vendetta, references a comic and movie, making an edgier, more adult-oriented entry in the set. These subtle links to letters make this category challenging if you don't pick up on the theme quickly. But once one word clicks, the rest cascade into place. Purple group. Tricky words that sound like letters. The most difficult group, purple, was the most abstract. Here we had decay, easy, geo, and zitty. At first glance, these seem completely unrelated. But read them aloud and listen closely. Each word phonetically mimics the sound of 2 letters. Decay sounds like DK, easy sounds like EZ, geo resembles geo, and zitty mimics ZT. This group relies entirely on pronunciation rather than meaning, making it the hardest to crack without reading aloud. It's also the most satisfying to discover, since it rewards not just logic, but linguistic awareness. Full grid recap with explanations. Here's the complete solution again, grouped by category. Yellow, creepy crawlies, aphid, beetle, mite, tick. Green, trees, beech, cedar, pine, YW. Blue, letter, is 4 ____ apple, cookie, effort, vendetta. Purple, words that sound like 2 letters decay, easy, geo, zitty. It's a beautifully balanced puzzle, starting with concrete biology and forestry, then turning into abstract phonetic patterns and cultural references. This puzzle showcases why the NYT Connections game has become such a hit. There's a broad mix of knowledge types required: science, pop culture, linguistics, and logic. Fans love how it challenges multiple parts of the brain, all while offering a sleek, fast interface. The C is for cookie. Clue adds nostalgia. The letter sound words group adds brain-bending difficulty. And most importantly, it teaches you how to think in patterns, a skill that improves with every daily game. For US players who dominate NYT Games' audience, this style of word puzzle fits right into morning coffee routines or daily commutes. Play smarter with this solving strategy. Want to beat more puzzles like this one? Start with these tips. First, scan the grid for the most obvious group. That's usually the yellow group with very direct physical connections. Then shift your eyes to related topics. Trees are common for green or blue groupings. Always be on the lookout for puns or phrases. If a word feels like it belongs in a saying or meme, don't ignore that hunch. And most importantly, say tricky words out loud. If one of them sounds like a pair of letters, save it for the end. That pattern pops up regularly in hard puzzles. If this breakdown helped you solve faster, avoid mistakes, or just gave you that aha moment, take a second to like the video. Drop a comment sharing which group stumped you most today. Was it Cookie or maybe Zitty? Share this with a friend who's trying to keep their streak alive. And don't forget to subscribe if you want these puzzle explanations delivered straight to you every day. Community momentum behind NYT Connections. The fan base behind Connections is growing fast. Forums, YouTube breakdowns, TikToks, and even family chat groups are lighting up with discussions about the day's puzzle. Many players post their scores on X, formerly Twitter, while others analyze category structure and trends. There's a genuine pleasure in solving a puzzle that tests vocabulary, memory, and abstract thinking, all in under 5 minutes. What makes Connections different from Wordle or Spelling Bee? Compared to Wordle, which focuses on deduction through letters, Connections asks you to think laterally. It's more like trivia crossed with categorization. Spelling Bee emphasizes raw vocabulary. Connections requires a broader set of knowledge. What's an arthropod? What sound like 2 letters? What phrase is V is for from? That mental stretch appeals to a wide range of age groups and thinking styles, especially in the United States, where crosswords and trivia nights are a cultural staple. More on the A is for ___ category logic. One reason today's puzzle works so well is because of the emotional hook embedded in the A is for ___ group. Apple and Cookie instantly spark childhood memories. Alphabet songs, classroom posters, Cookie Monster. Effort add a motivational tone. And Vendetta brings an adult edginess. That contrast gives the group a surprisingly deep resonance. The mix of innocence and drama ties together under a common sentence format, making it feel like a story within a puzzle. The role of phonetics in puzzle design. Phonetics-based categories like today's purple group, Decay, Easy, Geo, Zitty, often stump players because the solution lives in the sound, not the spelling. This format shows the NYT designer's skill. They use visual uniformity to distract while hiding a solution in auditory space. It's brilliant puzzle architecture. Players often need to read aloud, then think abstractly, switching brain functions mid-game. These sound-alike categories are rare, but deeply satisfying when solved correctly. How long did it take to solve?